Well, hello. Aha. Well, not really. I have been busy, but this is my third time being on, but I said I would come on if, so I'm just following up for all the people that have that maybe aren't doing nothing or just want to, didn't have a chance this morning. They can come on tonight. I'm just trying to follow up what I said I'd do. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Margaret. Oh, I was going to say, lens look better. Good. I cleaned it up as much as I can. Good evening. Yes, good evening, Dan. But yeah, it's still not snowing here, but it's getting a little, it's getting a little cooler. Let me see. Uh, I don't know if you can see that. -6. So yeah, it's supposed to go up sometime tonight to -7 a.m. tomorrow, -10. So I'll take a break tomorrow. Yes, I'm Mexican. It's kind of funny. I got a grandson that he says in his other life he used to be Mexican. He come from Mexico. He goes on and on about it, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "Yeah, this is my third life here." He says, "I've been back." And I'm like, "Wow." Uh, Hi, Julie. Merry Christmas, Janice from Fort Mac. So that's Fort MacArthur, right, or something like that? I think that's up north. I believe. I'm still a newbie to maps. uh, well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad, Margaret, that the snow's down. Well, thank you, Billy. He says, hey, these times with the bear today brings a smile to my face. Well, you guys are actually helping me, so you know, as much as I'm helping you guys. I mean, you guys are helping me. Truly, Jeffy, you are Mexican. No, I'm not Mexican. At least I don't think I am. Traveling Dan, man. Merry Christmas. Yeah, I like to take a. I've always wondered. I was talking to a friend of mine in Winnipeg, and she used. I don't know if I got her right, Micmac or she thought I was native, and I would love to sort of like take one of them tests to find out what my heritage is, but I haven't done it yet, but I would love to because that would be cool. I don't know what I am, but I know we're all a part of somebody. Uh, oh, JMKC, Merry Christmas, buddy, or person, or whatever. Merry Christmas. Fan Life with Gina. Hey, Merry Christmas. Hope everything's all right in Oregon. Yeah. Uh, Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's all right. Yeah, nothing wrong with being Mexican. I just don't think I am. I don't like my grandson likes to play with sometimes. He says he is. So he sounds pretty convincing too. uh, oh, Leslie Hughes. Hey, Jeffy, Merry Kiwi Christmas to you across the miles. Yes, well, Merry Christmas to you too. Uh, Jimmy, I don't know how to spell that other name or how to. Demi, it almost looks like Dimitriou, but I don't know. Sorry, I won't butcher it. Jimmy, you know who you are. Hey, Jeffy, Merry Christmas from the UK. Oh, Margaret, no pulled pork. I'm sad. Oh, we got a lot of Mexicans in the house. Well, that's good. New Zealand, yeah. I'm impressed every time you guys reach out to me and say hi. You know, I've had people all over the place, and I'm like, wow, it's just amazing. Well, I'm glad you could show up. What time is it in New Zealand right now, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, Yorkshire Porter. My first wife's mother used to be British. She was from England. I think oh, who was it? Nottingham? Yeah, Nottingham. I think Nottingham? Or maybe I watched too many Robin Hood movies. No, I think it was Nottingham. Anyways, yeah, she used to make some fantastic Yorkshire pudding. Uh, Cindy Gray, yep, Merry Christmas. Sixes van life, hope you're well. Yep. Well, we are. We're doing good. This is my third time on today. Uh, I said I would because there's some people sitting there and they're all right with it, but some people are home alone or don't have much to do. I said drop in whenever you got whenever you got time. So yeah, from the U.S., San Antonio, Texas. Yep. I want to one of my dreams or goals or whatever. I love the. I'm not sure. I don't have a map in front of me, and I'm not really road. You know, I can't really read things. If I got a map, I can read it. But I want to do Route 66, and I think that goes down through Antonio, Texas. Does it not? Oh, okay, right on. Well, I'm glad you showed up, Leslie. Great. Oh, Christmas yesterday. Okay, so you're ahead then. You're ahead of us. I think I would. Oklahoma. Okay, okay. So when you get down to the bottom, do you turn right to Texas or you turn left for Florida and you'll hit Texas? I know it's down there in the bottom somewhere. Ah, okay. Oh, it doesn't go. Okay. Like I said, I don't have a map in front. Doesn't it veer off? I thought you could take it almost all the way to part of California or something. I don't know. Hello, Raven. Glad you made it. Uh, Yeah, that's it. Okay. Thank you. I want to try that. That's what I want to do. It'll be a slow crawl. Um, I was wondering, would it you wouldn't want to go in the summer, right? Because I think it gets awful hot down there. When do you think would be a good time? Yeah, well, Oriole, thanks for stopping in. That's what this is for. If you want to stop in, you can. Hi, bye, whatever. I guess it's just a message. You're not alone. We got friendlies in here. Let me see. Okay, Julienne, go Route 66 in the late spring or in the late fall before it starts snowing. Okay. Uh, Leslie Hughes, my late brother did Route 66 thing, plus many national parks. He just loved it and had planned to return, but we sadly lost him with brain cancer. Well, I'm sorry about that, Leslie. But yeah, that's what yeah, I know some things, but I don't know everything. So I'm just asking because I know it gets awful hot in some of those areas down there. Class in Canada, checking in from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hello, Merry Christmas. Uh, late spring. Jessica Hank. Sorry, my eyes get pretty bad at night. Hankins. Late spring in California put you in good weather as you head east, or start in Chicago in late summer to get the beautiful Cali weather. Okay, okay, good to know. Uh, well, I might try that too. I can't stay long. Like I mean, I can't stay out of the country long. I guess it won't be that long, but I mean, I could probably stay for a couple of months. I've never done that before, so I'll if I can, I'll try that. But I know it'll be yeah, it will be a little snowy on the way back through if I go through like on Canada and stuff. Um, Hello, Merry Christmas, minimalist yo. Yeah, Merry Christmas from Ontario. No, right now I haven't looked. I mean, I look through I look through marketplace and stuff like that, and I check it out. But I mean, right now because of my bills, um, well, not my bills, because of hold on here, I've got it in the head. Because I still have to do a couple of driving lessons. That takes a little bit of money, so I'm going to use that whatever money I got left for that. And then I also need to gather some money so I can put some the brake stuff, the equipment in my van because I can't use my legs, obviously. So that's going to take anywhere from, I think it was 14 to 17 or somewhere 15 to 1700 or 1800 bucks. So yeah, I gotta come up with that. So and that's what I'm trying to do. And I think my big thing is when I'm serious and I get ready and I get my license. My big thing is I'm gonna wait for my income taxes. I should get some money back from that, and I'll see what I can do from there. But that's what I plan, anyways. Yeah, I don't know if you're talking about the channel, Raven, but yeah, there's been a pretty good turnout all day long. I've been on 3 times. I think we're up to 76 the first time, 75, 74, yeah, something like that, or 70 the second time, and now we're already up to 36, 46, and I just jumped on the channel. Uh, Jennifer Iman, hope you have a great Christmas holiday and Merry New Year. Tell the family Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Well, I told her on the phone, my daughter, when she called me, she made it there in 5 hours. It's a three and 3/4 hour drive, and she made it in five. So she's all right. Everything seems to be fine. Raven in the van, I am. Yeah, I was just thinking because it's Christmas. A lot of people had a little bit of eggnog or too much to eat and passed out by now. Well, that's why I've been on 3 times. So in case they come to in between pass outs. Some people are alone and some people, have time to pop in, say, oh hi, how are you? Yeah. Is that in Canada? Class in Canada, Cindy Gray, you can only be gone for no longer than 3 months at a time? I thought it was 6 months. If we're talking about the same thing, I don't know. Oh well, you're here, Oreo. You're here for this one, and I think you were here for the last one, so it's all good. Boom, holler. Yep, it's all good. Merry Christmas, Cheryl. Hello from Ontario, Cheryl from California. Great. I don't know if you're asking me, minimalist, but well, I told you my daughter bought me a little same thing you buy at McDonald's or a egg and bacon thing. It, it is 110 watts, so or yeah, it's 110. But if I have an inverter, I could probably, and if I got enough, I could probably use it in the van. But if not, I would use it along with my convection stovetop. I just got a small one, single burner. I would use it at a campground if I was going to stay a couple of days. Yeah, that would be great. It's small. I got enough stuff, so I don't need to bring a lot. Sorry. Oh, food's coming back on me. Oh, Leslie Hughes. I have a niece and her family in Vancouver, Grouse Mountain. Been there some years now. Just love it. Love her snowboarding, skiing. Yeah, it's truly great up there. I've been to Grouse Mountain. I never walked up it, but I've been there. Lisa Richards. Thank you, Jesse, for helping me get through. Well, it's been my pleasure. Don't forget, okay? You guys have been helping me get through too. Because I've been alone here all day long. Once the kids left and my daughter, and yeah, I've been alone just with 2 cats. I'm not fond of cats. I mean, I don't dislike them, but I'm not. They're not my thing. So yeah, well, Jessica, I want to make sure I get the if I go solar, I get what I need this time. And if you all remember, if you've been following me for a while, Joseph helped me the last time put up my solar, which is great. He did a great job, don't get me wrong. But I don't know nothing about solar. So I think now this time I'm going to try to be more hands-on. I'm not going to be in a rush to get everything done or whatever, but I'm going to try to be more hands-on. Put things when they come in, put them up. Yeah. Hello, Toto. Woohoo! uh, Trading travel. Trading travel. Merry Christmas to you too. Okay. Oh, Lucky Logger. Maple Ridge, British Columbia. Santa's always good to me, even when it's not Christmas time. I'm having a great day. Thanks for YouTube and all the support I get on this station, on this channel. Yeah, Vancouver Island's really nice. They're having funky weather out there now, but oh yeah, Campbell River. I haven't been further than Campbell River. I wanted to go all the way up, but you never know. Maybe next time I will. I don't know, but if I do a lot of traveling this year, I mean, there's a few people I like to see, but I think I'll hit somewhat the stateside or somewhere close to the stateside in Canada and then cut over something like that. But I haven't made a plan yet. But somebody was saying that somewhere in Oregon, they're having a get together of some sort. That's sort of like my goal. That's sort of like my goal. I like to go to something like that where I can meet people and stuff like something I haven't been to. But I like to go back to some of the things I have done. But for now, we're just going to shoot. We're going to aim small, but hopefully we'll do big. Who knows? Wow, yeah, I know the wind's coming up, Jessica, all over the place. Let me see here. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, sorry. Uh, uh, I'm sorry to hear that, Leslie. I'll pray for your son. That's not good. I know. I think that's another thing. I think if I go next time to yeah, well, I'd like to try it. I'm not sure, but you never know. Uh I'm shooting for something anyways. They're not my family, but I do have some well, at one time I did call them family because of I was with my ex-girlfriend, but yeah, I got some people up there I like to meet. I like to go see again before and Oregon. I haven't been through all of Oregon. I've been through part of the desert. I've been through along the Columbia River places, and it's gorgeous. I found some hot spots that somebody told me about. It was my girlfriend that told me about it, and I never seen it, and it was lovely. It was great. I love to do it again. Uh, let me see. Merry Christmas to you too, Lori. Thank you. Okay, Leslie. Merry Christmas again and good wishes for 2023. You're welcome, Mario. Thanks for stopping by. It made my day. Uh, yeah, I've been to the Oregon coast. I loved it too. And I took a drive along. You can't really get too close in some spots, but yeah, I took a drive along there, and it was ran into some great stuff like they have a cheese factory out there, and that was I love cheese. So Jessica Hanskin, Quart Size is a large boondocking area for desert enthusiasts with off-road vehicles. It can swell to 30,000 people plus in the winter. Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, there's a few places I used to watch. Um, there's a few places I used to watch when I used to watch that stuff. What's that place that was an old army thing? And it's like Cement City or Slab City, I think. Some people say it's a little dangerous, and some people say it's all right. I just like to go by some of these places that I've heard of and stuff like that. Um, I don't know how long I'd stay out that way, but there's supposed to be a place there. I forget where I was watching somebody. They walked across the river, a little stream in Mexico to Mexico, and then they go to this canteen. There's a little cantina or something there, and then they come back. They don't stay long or nothing, but they just go for coffee, burrito, or whatever they're serving there. Yeah, Slab City, not safe to camp there. Visit during the day only. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's yeah, like there's a lot of. I mean, there's no way you're gonna hit every place on the map. I know that, but you can. I mean, I'd love to. Like it's like even in Vancouver, like in the hills. Like I didn't realize. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Robin, Jan, Ken. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you guys too. Yeah, there's a like when I went to uh oh God, let me what's the name of the place? Oh, geez, my brain is so messed up. Anyways, uh oh, we I went camping there with Chrome. Chrome got stuck there one time on the outskirts of that. He got kicked out of there when the COVID came. Lady, well, didn't get kicked out, but the RCMP asked him not to go into town. What is that? Uh, Anyways, I don't know the name of the place, but right from there's stuff on the map, stuff on the map that says that the trail, like the Gold Rush Trail, like, started from there all the way up. I guess it went all the way up towards Alaska, and yeah, it's just like it's the Gold Rush Trail. That's what they call it. I mean, you could go from city to city, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, okay. You asked this question before, Susan. Yes, I talked to Emmy yesterday. I talked to Chrome today, and they're doing okay. Chrome went to visit Emmy today because he usually visits his daughter on Christmas, and then he's spending a few days with Emmy. And hi, Papa. And yeah, then they're going to spend a couple days, and I guess he's going back to his shop and work on his ambo. And yeah, and Little Wet. I think that's the name of the place. Yeah, and I don't know what she's going to do, but yeah, they're all right. They're all right as far as I know. She said she was going to call me tomorrow, him and her. So I don't know, but he called me today, so everything's good as far as I know. Hope that answers your question. And I also talked to Joseph today too, and he seems to be doing well. He's hanging out at his, I guess, his cousin's place. So yeah, he's doing good too. Oh yeah, BML land. Yeah, that's a land that you can stay on, right, in America. And then you have to be gone in 2 weeks or 14 days or something like that, or 10 days. I guess they're all different. Yeah, he probably is. Knowing Joseph, he always misses her. Even after he finished talking to her, he misses her. I can understand that. Um, I went through that years ago with my kids, so yeah, I understand that. My heart goes out to people like that, man or woman. Yeah. Uh, BML, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I get a little confused. Yeah, BLM, yeah. What does that stand for? Anybody know? BLM. Well, thank you, Susan. This is awesome. And I think that's one of the reasons why I did it because I thought, yeah, this could catch on. Well, over Christmas, because, and so, I remember when Christmas was hectic in my life, people were coming and going all over the place. And sometimes, I'd by myself and everybody'd be gone. I mean, this would be great. So, yeah. Oh, Bureau of Land Management. Thank you very much. Leave it to a Canuck to figure that out. Thank you. You guys are Canadian, aren't you? Hey, BC Donnie, you made it back. Yeah, we're just shooting the breeze here. Uh, Carol Ann, Merry Christmas from Texas. Blessings to you and your family. Well, thank you, Carol Ann, and Merry Christmas to you from Ontario. Is it cold in Texas? I think I asked that question before. I'm not sure. Yeah, bear lives matter. Yeah. I feel like I'm in hibernation prematurely. I'm stuck in the house. Oh yeah, you're still at your relatives just outside of Ottawa, right? Rob and Jan, you're still in Ontario? Well, it's not too late for me. What time is it over there in Santa? You're in California, so you got to be 3 hours, 4 hours behind. Well, then it served its purpose. Then, Susan, I am by myself, and I really enjoy your videos. Well, thank you. I really enjoy bringing them to you, and it helps me just as much as it helps you. Really, seriously. Because sometimes I get into basket there, like I'm alone, blah blah blah. I don't want to feel sorry for myself because there's nothing to feel sorry about. Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys said you want to do cruises. Cool. Uh, 8:30. Oh yeah, see, we're 11:30 here in Sanity. So yeah, so you're like the West Coast, 3 hours. Oh, for the life of me, I couldn't remember Wisconsin, Raven. I don't know. I had to take out the map and figure it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We talked about that. I know where you are now. I think, unless you moved. Uh, oh, 39 degrees. That's not too bad. -19. Ooh, that's pretty cold, Benji. Papa, you see Raven. I see bunnies. Uh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad everybody. Look. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I mean, it's not going to happen every day, but I just figured, what the heck, you know. So you're an hour behind me, Raven. Okay, I got you. Eight. Yeah, you're about the same time, West Coast time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Um, that's what I was thinking. If I get another heater for my van, and I'll probably need one because the weather is getting a little crazy, right? I probably need a heater. I don't think I'll go to a diesel heater. I think what I would do, you can chime in anytime, guys. I think what I would do is go to a heater that's connected right to my gas tank. Because gas heaters, like, they're like propane, but they run on gas. I never hear them having many problems. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think, anyways. Uh, Lynn, Lynn, yeah. Millie, I said that word about 3 or 4 times today. Millie Kalikamaki or something, Maka or something like that. Anyway, hope you're doing great and staying warm in Cornwall. Yes, I am. I'm in the house, so I haven't gone out. But yes, I'm staying warm. Everything's good. Lots of food. I love to get a step van, but I was thinking, well, it's like a big conversation. A step van. I sit on my butt, so I'm on the floor. What would I do with about 8 feet of space above me? I got to heat that up, so that would be quite expensive, and it's a bigger area, right? Same thing with a van, like a full size van. Same thing, maybe about 3 feet, 3.5 feet above me, and then that's the ceiling. And that can be, if I put stuff cupboards up in the top part, that can be a little bit big for me, and I have to stretch or figure something out. And to get into that van, like my other van, even though it wasn't like lifted by me, but it seemed to have a little lift in it, I think that would be a difficult thing for me to get into because I don't want any electrical stuff. Like if I don't need it, because that's just stuff waiting to break. Oh, what is that? Raven in the van. Okay. When I visit Lake Superior and stand on the shore from Little Girls Point, though I don't know where that is, but if I drew a straight line from there to Canada, where are you? Okay, Raven, do you know any of the Great Lakes other than Superior? You know where Lake Ontario is? If you know where Lake Ontario is, at the bottom of Lake Ontario, before Kingston, there'll be Kingston, and then there'll be a river going down towards the Atlantic Ocean. That is the St. Lawrence River. In between there and Montreal, I'm just an hour outside of Montreal. In between there and Montreal, that's where I am. You get through 1,000 Islands, you go through Kingston, all that stuff. I'm just around there. That's where I am. I'm far away from Lake Superior. I don't know if you got all that, Raven, but I was talking to you. Yeah, I need something like that. Yes, a wheelchair lift would fit in a step van. Good, in a step van. Good. That's not the problem. The problem is you gotta have enough electrical to make that work. Okay. And it does, but I'm talking about the space from the floor. I'm only like three something. Like I'm almost 4 feet with if I stand straight up with my stumps. So sitting on my buttocks, I'm about 3 feet. So what am I gonna do with the extra 6, 7 feet above my head? That's what I mean. I won't be able to touch anything, grab anything. I won't be able to utilize that space, and I don't want to drive around. I mean, I used to at one time. I wouldn't care if it was a flying brick. That's what I used to call them. I'd love to get one of those, but I'm in a different position now. So I figure if I get something smaller, like a minivan of like a Dodge Caravan, Toyota Sienna, uh, Nissan, or anything like that. Any, Chev for anything like that. If it's a minivan with slide doors on both sides, to me, I sit in there and I got about that much headroom. That's plenty. That means if I got that much headroom, I can lift my arms up, so there's nothing that would be out of reach for me to grab. And the gas mileage or the gas would be cheaper. And I know not necessarily, but in most cases it is cheaper. And yeah, it's something I can easily park anywhere. And I think that would be a better option for me. Huh. Yeah, well, that's true, Jessica. Like, Jessica's saying any upper cabinets space could be put on the new cabinets and rotate down low, and you still have upper. I know there's different apparatus where you could pull the cabinet and bring it down to your level, and then you can push it back up. I mean, that's all good, but I'd rather not make myself too much extra work, and I just think that other idea would just be, well, it would be perfect for me. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll find out. We'll see. Talking van life with your cruise channel. Yeah. Well, at least you got two channels. That's good. Um, yeah, Benji. That's it. Something like Joseph's. That's right, something like that, or an old, like, something that, there's some things that are old, but they don't have a lot of miles on them. Them old Chevys or the Ford Aerostars or stuff like that. But I would rather go for like I'd rather go for a Dodge. Like I'm not particularly a Dodge guy, but there's a lot of them. There's lots of parts, and I know they have some issues. But I mean, every vehicle does have issues, so that's what I'd be looking for. So yeah, I think they have two, Margaret. I think they got a cruising channel and a van channel. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, Mazda. You know what I find though, Mazda. Like, I'm not. Yeah, Mazda is like a shorter thing. I pulled up beside a Mazda and I thought that's nice and small, but I pulled up beside it and I said, "Holy dude, there's not much room like in the back from the you got your driver's seat, passenger seat, and in the back it's a short back spot." And I went, "Wow, that's ever short. It's shorter than a Caravan, that's for sure." But yeah, something like that. I think they do. Insanity. Canada probably has a plan for, but I don't think I would not run out and rush out to buy a freaking electric car. I don't have the money in the first place because they're very expensive. And yeah, um, I think if a lot of people buy them, it's going to be a strain on power to boot them up. So I don't know. It's bad enough when you're driving with gas and you're running out of gas and there's no place to fill up, and you got a certain amount of, you're down to a quarter tank or less. And you're like, "Oh my god, I don't know if I'll make it to the next gas station." Yeah, I don't know if I want to go through that with electric. Oh, what is this here? Raven. Oh, by the way, Jeffy. Okay, yes, I know where you mean. I looked up a map and Lake Ontario, and I have a better idea. I visit Lake Superior and Lake Michigan a lot. Yeah, I mean, I love Lake Superior. Is, I think, the biggest lake, biggest of the Great Lakes, and then there's Michigan. And then there's yeah, and I think there's Erie, and I believe I don't. No, I'm a bad Canadian. I don't remember. And then there's Ontario, and then it goes straight down into the St. Lawrence River, and that cuts all the way through to the Gulf of the St. Lawrence and into the Atlantic Ocean. And if you go about 200 miles out of there, that's where the Titanic sank. Something like that. If you hang a left, yeah, yeah. Maine is great. Oh man, I love Maine too. Um, uh, yeah. See, that's what I mean. It's great to have electric, but yeah, I think it's going to run into problems. I don't know. I mean, I'm not even in the game. I can't even buy a car. I'm having a hard time buying a lithium battery for God's sake. Yeah, let alone a car with wheels and everything else. Uh, you're on. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. I'm trying to get into a whole bunch of different conversations here. Yes, there is. Oh man, it was beautiful. It was great spots to park on Lake Superior Dam. Yeah, really good. Well, yeah. I mean, I'll try to do my best, but yeah. But a lot of vans they do. But yeah, I know people that have 2010s Dodges, and from what you tell me, they don't seem to have as many problems as you have. But there's other people. My friend's got a Dodge Grand Caravan, and ever since she bought it, it wasn't new, and it's a newer model, but it wasn't new. She's got a ticking sound, and her daughter is like a semi mechanic or whatever. She knows her way around, and yeah, she's like, yeah, mom, just drive it until it dies because I mean, you replace it. Yeah, they don't know what's wrong with it, but it's still running, and she's happy with it. She hasn't done a lot of traveling with it yet, but she wants to. So, but yeah, I would like something like a Dodge. There's a lot of them there. I talked to a lot of people that have Dodges, and so far, they got a few problems, but not many. But I know any van, any vehicle you buy, they're gonna have problems. I know that. So that's all right. Yeah, I've done that a few times. You'd be kind of shocked, Raven, if you get to a place and yell, "What's up, weirdos?" and somebody yells back. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you don't remember. If you do remember that one time, I met up with Chrome in the bush, and it was set up a little bit, but it was kind of funny. He got out before me. I wasn't in the picture, and he yelled out near that creek we were at, "What's up, weirdos?" And I said, "Shut the F up." That was funny. That was hilarious. I said that in real life too, when it wasn't fixed. Yeah, well, I don't know what that's in kilometers, but 24 miles sounds right. That's not bad, you know. And they don't have a super big tank, but I know they take some. But yeah, I'm not dreaming an illusion or anything. I know any vehicle I bought, they're gonna have problems. It's like they will. So, oh yeah, yeah, I have thought about that. No, no, it's true. Larry Bailey, yep, that's true. Have you considered looking at a transport van like the U.S. Vanners Lady Bug Out and Bunny place here? Uh, have Yes, I thought that. They're right. You can get them in two different versions. You get one with a high top, but it's not all that high, and you can get one that's just regular. Yeah, I found some here, but I think they bought theirs newer. I could be wrong, but they look new. But the ones that you buy, ones that you can get here, I read up on them. I think the engine's only good for like 300,000, maybe 400,000 or something kilometers at best. And most of them that are selling them are at. So if I go to the 300,000 one, I see some for that are selling at 280. That means it's the end of life, probably for that then if it hasn't been taken care of properly. But who knows, right? But yeah, I thought of that. That would be a perfect size too. Yes, nice and small. Wouldn't take much on gas. I want to stay away. I think there's one that's a 3 cylinder or a 5 cylinder. I don't know if I'd want that. I think I'd rather go for a 4 or 6. Six six is more better, I think, more likely because it gives you power on the hills. Uh, I haven't looked at JMKC. I haven't looked at Will Prowse in a while, but I have watched him. And yeah, and I've been looking. I looked at the ones that Chrome bought. And they seem to be fine. And then I looked at some other ones, and they were like $600 or $700, and I thought, well, that's coming down. Some of them have sensors in them because you got to remember, right? Like, okay, right now in Ontario, it hasn't got deep yet. It hasn't got to the freezer yet, but it's getting colder. So you want something that maintains the heat, or something that is heated, so you don't. Because I read reports where you'll wear out your battery if it's cold. If you try to start it in the cold, and I think Chrome had a problem with his old batteries that he had. Um, his old batteries, that CanVac, I think, or whatever they were called, or CanBat. I think he had a problem with them, but uh, that's the thing, because they shut off at a certain time, and then you know it can wreck your battery, and they're too much money to be paying for, to mess it up. It's a lot of money. I think that's still top of the line one is Battleborn, I believe. But I've been watching, not diligently, but I've been watching, and there are people that yeah, people are coming up with some good batteries. Yeah. So hopefully by the time I'm ready, I'll be able to get one or two of them and figure it out. Yeah, well, I'll have to check. Like I said, right now, Terry, I'm not like, I'm serious about going back to van life. I'm not like, it's like it's like window shopping when you got no money. You drool all over the window. So I'd rather not do that to myself. But when I when I can sort of catch a little bit of money coming my way, like with taxes and stuff like that, and I'm saving a little bit at a time. Um, yeah, what I'll do is I'll start looking, and then I'll have a better idea what I can buy, what I can't buy, and you never know what happens from there. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get a good van, and hopefully, But yeah, I need something. Uh, she has is also a good size. I think it's a Kia. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are pretty much like a Dodge. Same thing as a Honda, Nissan. There's a few of them there that all look alike. They're just different. I noticed the Dodge is the square. I think it's the square of most of them, of all of them. I think the Ford sort of like comes down at the back end, and same thing with the Honda, comes down at the back end a little bit. Yeah, the back end is not as big as the front end. So yeah, stuff like that. Uh, I think it would be all right. I'm just trying to figure out what would be the best. What would be the best vehicle to get? But basically, when you're watching TV, or when you're watching Marketplace, you know, you got to look around. You got to go and see, and yeah, make your choice from there. But right now, I'm not ready yet. But I do have my brains going. I have dreams to get out there. So yeah. a 23 Kia Forte with a turbocharger. He said he expects his first ticket soon. Yeah, well, that can happen. Hold on, I'll be right back. Don't go away without me. I'm coming back. Gotta go to the boys' room. We're back. Yeah, I lied. I said I had to go to the boys' room. This is the boys' room, but it's in the far corner, so you can't see anything. Yeah, I hear everything. No, yeah, I'm just keeping my. I don't know what's going to happen in van life. Not my van life, just van life. I don't know what's going to happen with van life. I mean, with gas prices going up and it's getting harder to find spots. I mean, there's still lots of spots. It's getting harder and harder. Some spots I used to sleep at, or people have told me they used to sleep at, now they no longer can sleep there. So yeah, so I don't like big is good, but I mean, if you can afford big, that's great. But I can't afford big, never could afford big, so I got to downsize a little bit. So if I can get something that's good on gas and is big enough for me, the size I am, and the size I am, yeah, that would be good for me. And I think I'd be able to do things a little bit more than if I had a bigger vehicle. That's why I'm fighting people's suggestions uh when they say, "Oh, you should try this, get that, or something." Who knows? I might. I mean, I don't know. I'm not there yet, but when I get there, I might. Ah, yeah, that's yeah. I was gonna say be patient, but yeah, that's coming from a guy I have no patience. But I mean, I don't know how long you're going to be on crutches. I don't know if it's going to, you're going to get off the crutches and be able to walk or whatever you're doing. Maybe wait for that until you're in better shape, because I know building on a van, it was difficult for me. I did have lots of help. I didn't do it by myself. I started off with again, my ex girlfriend's ex husband. He helped me out, put in the floor, put in the walls and stuff. So yeah. Okay, good night, Jessica. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, people are starting to drift off here, so maybe I'll wrap it up. Been an hour. Oh my god. So yeah, so I'm hoping this time it'll help take up some time on my hands. I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time. But I know whenever I figure out whatever van I get, then I can figure out what I need to do with it and where I need. And I'm gonna have to ask for help. Like, even if it's just written, verbal, or something. I'll ask people that I know that how they do electricity and stuff. I'll ask them how do I do it, and I'll have to do it myself, which is fine. I don't mind. I mean, my friend Wayne, I'm pretty sure he'd help me by telling me. The only thing with Wayne is if he got too technical, he'd lose me. But he knows his stuff, so I trust him. Same thing with Joseph. Like he knows his stuff too. You know, uh, and I got my friend Brent or Brent. Yeah, no Brent here in Cornwall. He knows his stuff. The yeah. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you for showing up. Sorry, I just went L deep, and I just went. Yep, we're not going to try the back name because I always butcher them. So I apologize. I do try to buy lotto tickets. I don't buy many, but I do buy one every now and then. Uh, if well, I know kilometers and miles per hour. I know that's a little bit different, but yeah, it's off a little bit, but not that much. And I know a hundred miles is like 160 kilometers, I believe, something like that. Michael Boom, Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to you too, or Michelle. I apologize. You didn't hear me say that before. My eyes get a little bit freaky at this time of night, and I don't really see clear. I have to, yeah. So my apologies. I see Michelle now. Oops, sorry. Well, I had a good Christmas. I mean, I had breakfast this morning with my family, and yeah, I've been eating like not all day, but I've been eating every few hours, uh, watching movies, eating, and yeah, I'm doing fine. Uh, I think it said Tina's something. Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas back to you too, Queen Supreme. Merry Christmas, Nilo. Merry Christmas. Hello. Wow, that's cool. I haven't heard of that, but that's good. Seizure to well, I think no, mine doesn't. No, yeah, I was going to say mine did, but no, it didn't. But I've had a vehicle that had that before. Oh, your crutches are forever, Terry. Sorry to hear that, but well, you can't be in a rush, brother. Or you can't be in a rush. Can't be in a rush. You just gotta do a little bit, whatever you can do. Just do a little bit each day or each time you get in there. Do a little bit. I know I'm gonna have to get on my. I'm gonna well in my van. I'm gonna have to get on my butt and work from there. I don't have knees, so I can't get up or anything. So I got to do everything from my butt, bend over, stuff like that. Outside's going to be well. It might be easier once I can get underneath the car or something, but I'll have to jack it up. And but I don't know what I'm going to do for getting into the hood. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. If I have to change oil, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do that unless I got a chair or unless I can sit on sit on a board on my wheelchair or something. Then I might be able to reach that. But I mean, who knows? So yeah, you can't figure it out right now until you get something in front of you. Then your brain goes. At least my brain does lately. Goes into overdrive, and I like one like when you got legs, you look. Oh, there's only about two ways to do this. You know, and then when you got no legs or whatever, you look at something, and you figure out maybe five to six or ten different ways to do the same thing. It's amazing what your mind does. And so I don't know until I get in front of it. But maybe I have to take that in for an oil change. Maybe that's the simplest of all things. They can be a little bit pricey, but I've had oil changes, everything from front to back, top to bottom. Cost me $300. You know, but I'm talking about differential, everything like that. So yeah, Okay, Lisa, Merry Christmas. God bless. Take care. Spooky. Yep, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for showing up. So, yeah. Uh, Cynthia, Merry Christmas. Glad you showed up. Game Blades, Merry Christmas. Glad you showed up. It's all good. Anyways, okay. Hey, we're not doing too bad. 70 people. Wow. Wow, that's impressive. I'm impressed. Everybody give themselves a clap. Yes, yes. That's pretty good. If I was a gambling man, you'd win something for that. Sevens all the way across the board. 3 times I've been here today and 70 plus. Merry Christmas, JMKC. Dan, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yep. Well, I hope everybody has a good night, good sleep, and thank you all for showing up. You really helped me. Because I might not always look it, but sometimes I have hard times, and I think it's like when you're cold, your nerves are a little bit on edge. It's like I'm vulnerable now because I have no legs, right? Like I feel vulnerable, so sometimes I get a little bit weird. So yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Catherine. I appreciate it. Good night, Einstein. Well, thank you. I appreciate everybody for showing up, man. I really do. You boosted up the way I look at things. You really have. It's like, wow. I watch other people and sometimes they struggle to get that. I mean, I got that 3 times in one day, and not all the same people showed up. Some of the same people showed up, but not all. So that's good. We picked up some stragglers. Good night, Larry. Thank you. Thank you, Papa. Take care of you and the rabbits. Yes, weirdos unite. For sure. Yes, it was, Margaret. It is fun hanging out. That was great. Yeah, we were talking about that. I am planning on getting back on the road. I still have to get my license, and I still have to because my license costs and there was a few costs that I wasn't prepared for, and yeah, and so I don't have enough money to buy a vehicle at this point. But like I said earlier, I'm saving some money, and I'm not touching it. And when my income tax comes in, I should have some money, and I'm gonna try to get together and start selling some more stuff or picking lucky numbers, not selling, but picking lucky numbers. And yeah, so yeah, well, thank you very much, Raven. I would like to wait until I at least get my license. Once I get my license, then we know I'm driving sometime. Then we can put our heads together. Yeah, I don't want to put the cart too much in front of the horse. Oh, hello, Benoit Roy. Benoit, yeah. I don't know. Hello, Jeffrey. That's hi, Jeffy. Joyeux Noel, Merry Christmas, and toute la famille ensemble. I think that's right. So, hello, Jeffy. Merry Christmas for me and my family. Not sure what the ensemble meant, but yeah. But that's all right. It's all good. I know what you're trying to say. Hello, Nilo. Yep, I'm fine. Thank you. Hope you're all right too. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Uh, yeah. Okay. Wishes you and family. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. Something like that. Yeah. I know it will, Raven. I know. You know you're talking to an impatient guy, right? Gotta have things my way right now when I want it. Damn it. Yeah. No, I know. Life don't work that way. Hey, Brett, you finally showed up. How are you? I wasn't going to bother you because you were probably at your sister's in a warm house, so I didn't bother you. How are you doing? Hope you had a Merry Christmas, brother. Uh, ooh, Brent. Well, that's good. Um, yeah, have I ever from L Deep? Have you ever considered prosthetic legs? Well, my legs are cut off at the above the knee, so there'll be no bend. Um, And far as I understand about prosthetics, you have to form sort of like a callus on your stumps, and when healthy people form calluses, sometimes they leave they get red, they get like blisters, stuff like that. And one of the reasons I got my legs taken off is because of infections, and I don't want to do that again. So I stayed away from that. That might have been an immature or a quick a quick idea, but yeah, a response or something like that. But yeah, no, I'd be a little bit nervous if things to get because if I get infected any more above where I am now, what else are they going to cut off? There's not much to cut off. So yeah, uh, that's what I think. Anyway, hi Roxanne, glad you showed up. There's a few people from California. Say that one more time, Brent. Merry Christmas, brother. Merry Christmas. Oh no, that's all right. Ask any question you want. I mean, that's fine. The reason I got my legs cut off, if you don't know, is because they kept on getting infected, and with each infection, and I sort of like pushed it back, like they got better again, but it kept on moving up and up. The infection kept on moving up. So when it came to that time, in one of my videos there, I had to go to the hospital. When it came to that time, my feet didn't look great, and when I looked at my legs, it was red all the way up until about from my kneecap about an inch. In between there, that was clear. The infection hadn't got there yet. But above the kneecap, over here, like kneecap here, above it, and below it, like that. So that leaves me that much space. So what I decided was to go above the kneecap. So when they took it off, chances are it wouldn't get infected. And they pumped me full of drugs and you know ampicillin and all that stuff. And it took I think it took a few days, at least 3 or 4 days, and they They were pouring that stuff into me, and then I finally, the infection went away, and yeah, I felt a lot better. And then they brought me in and they cut off my legs. I don't mean to be rude when I say that, but yeah, from Russia. Wow, that's far. I don't have a map, but I think that's far. So yeah, so hi Melvin, glad to see you. Yeah, that's true, Terry, and that's why I sort of stayed away from the prosthetic thing because I know I got to do, I got to sort of like wear my stumps in so I can get there so I can put a prosthetic on my stumps. So that's why I decided not to. Yeah, well, I think even the doctor looked at me, Raven, when Raven just asked. She remembered watching me struggle with my legs, and it was breaking her heart. I know it was if it was me, she would have done the same thing. She said, and yeah, and that's the thing. I know my body, and I know. I mean, I had a problem with my toe, and I don't want to sound gross. I had a problem with my toe. I had a blister in between my toe. The infection in a, overnight ran from my toe to my testicles. Literally, you see a big red line from my toe all the way through the inside of my leg, all the way to the right side of my testicles. And they said, "Holy jeez!" I mean, it just ran through my body, so I know my body. Sometimes when it picks something up, it's like a sponge. It'll suck that whole thing up there. There you go, done. So that's why you got to make. I know it sounds. Some people say, "Oh well, you could try this, could have tried that." That's why you got to take drastic measures with diabetes, because if you don't, if you know that saying, if you snooze, you lose. Well, that's what can happen. And people hear stories, and I hear stories. I mean, they're true stories. But once you're a diabetic and once you start losing parts, you're going to lose a lot of parts because some people don't know. But like if you got an infection in your toe, well, they'll take, or you got an infection in your foot and they can't control it. They'll take a below the knee off just to get that little infection here. And it's the same thing for everything else. So mine was slowly crawling up. So that's why I said go above the knee. When I'm feeling down about it and stuff and decision, I second guess my decisions. I feel bad. Maybe I shouldn't have made that decision. But when I give my head a shake and say, no, 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 you made the right decision. And doctors have told me I made the right decision. So that's it. Yeah, and I got the pictures to prove it too. But I'd like to know. I'd like to know what they do with your body parts they take off. Not that I could use them, but I just wonder what they do. They incinerate them and feed them to the pit bull in the back, or like I just don't know. They must burn them because I guess they would be like a biohazard if they had any germs or infections in them. I don't know what they do with it, but yeah, yeah. So it's all good. I mean, it is what it is. You know, if I second guess myself, it's just because I, most of the time you feel trapped, and you look around, and there's no way out, and then you start blaming yourself, and that's just like a futile game. That's BS. I made a proper decision, and I'm okay with it. And I'm just saying this. I'm just repeating myself because sometimes I do look at it and I go, oh, you could have done a bit. No, no, no. And it doesn't matter what I did before. It doesn't matter the mistakes I made or the, things I messed up. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. They told me that from the beginning that this stuff could happen. And I know people that have followed their diabetes pretty closely, and this stuff happened anyway. So it doesn't really matter, really. Yes, I do remember. I think I found a flute. You guys are too much. Um, there's a Insanity. There's a movie. I forget the name. No, not Porky. I forget the name of the movie. Anyways, it's sort of like it's a young kids comedy. Had lots of sexual stuff in it, and there was a girl. She looked like a real like a computer nerd. She looked like a nerd, and she's plain Jane compared to all the good looking blondes and stuff. And she was talking to people, and she says, and she was in the band, and she says, and she had a flute, right? And she said, this one time at band camp, and she's talking about her sexual exploit. That's where that comes from. Insanity. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm still trying to find my harmonica you gave me. I'm gonna start worrying if I lose my juice harp. It's in here somewhere. No. Well, it was a good movie. You know, hey, we all lived life. We all did some weird things. It was a good movie, is it? You know, I figured that they would have to be. Yes, thank you, Raven. Well, I'm working on it, David. Thank you very much for showing up. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, and yes, have a Happy New Year. Anyways, okay. Okay, I think I'm going to bow out now. Well, thanks. Sorry, like I said, my eyes. Rick, thank you. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go. It's uh, it's been over. I think it's been over an hour now. An hour and 23 minutes. Wow. Anyways, okay. I'll talk to you soon. Love you too, Brent. Talk to you later. Anyways, I'm gonna say ciao for now. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you, everybody that showed up. I will. Hope everybody has a good night. And thank you all for. Oh, you want to ask me about my carvings? Okay, ask me now. I don't want to cut anybody off. After this, I am I am out of here. Go ahead, L Deep. What do you want to know? Merry Christmas, Roxanne. She Is that Shiashu? I think. I hope so. I don't know. Merry Christmas. Thank you for showing up. Dan the Van, good night. My granddaughter has a 5th birthday coming in February. Okay. Uh, Thank you, Roxanne. Well, how big do you want? I don't have that big of wood. David, thank you. Take care. Take care of yourself. American Pie, yes, thank you. That's what it was. I never look at apple pie again the same way. We're gonna get in trouble. Oh, oh, yeah. I don't know about that. That's pretty. I'm a. I'm not really a fine carver, but I do little things, not big things. Uh, but yeah, that's not for me. I mean, yeah, I'd love to help you out, but yeah, I just can't do that. I don't have the wood, and I don't have the tools for that. Oh no, there's nothing wrong with asking, man. If you don't know, if you don't ask, you won't know. No, that's fine. Yes, I watched all three of them. Yeah. Okay. Gonna say good night now. I love you all. Have a great night. Good sleep. Be safe. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Love yourself. Love others. And wherever you go in your travels, please be safe. Peace. Yeah, I can't even do that properly. My fingers are all messed up. Look. Peace. Oh, that's what I was going to say to you, Raven. I find it hard doing sign language with my hands. So I don't know. I don't know if it has to be perfect, like like a N or an M, like like that, or whatever it is. Yeah, I have a hard time with that. So yeah. Okay. God bless. Hey, everybody. We'll talk to you later. No, that's I'm throwing up like different signs, and I don't know all the signs. So like yeah, but they're not gang signs. supposed to be supposed to be the alphabet for people that have a hard time hearing. Okay, I'll see you all later. I'll talk to you soon. Love yous all. Thank you all very much for showing up and helping me make it through my day. Thank you. Nope.